With the Neo Egoist League essentially over, I thought it's the perfect time to give my predictions for the top 23 and who will end up representing Japan in the Under-20s World Cup, and those who will end up getting cut from Bluelock. Now we all know randoms like Indoji and Neru aren't making it, but now starting with guys who will barely miss the list, I have Nanaze and Tokimitsu, who will both rank 24th and 25th respectively. They both didn't really do all that much in this game, and I don't see a way they both make it, especially Tokimitsu. He's a certified bum, barely making the top 23. I'm putting Zantetsu here. Now to be completely honest, he pretty much did a whole lot of nothing in this PXG game. However, from a narrative standpoint, it feels like he'll be the one to survive and subsequently get cut for Saitoshi to come in. Now for number 22, this might come as a surprise to most of you guys, but I'm putting Nagi Seishiro here with a bid of 24 million yen. Now as much as I like Nagi, I'm not seeing a reason for him to score a hat-trick this game. It's not like him scoring a hat-trick on the weakest team would help him revive his ego. I think his fall-off will continue going into the Under-20s World Cup, where he'll eventually find his drive again. Right above Nagi though, I got breakdancer Kyojin, and I'm predicting he gets a bid of 25 million yen. He assisted Kaiser's super goal, and he has some decent defensive feats in the PXG. That should be enough to secure him this spot. Coming in at rank 20 is the former Under-20s goalie, Fukaku-jen, with a bid of 28 mil. He's played all his games, so no more increments for him. Plus the Under-20s will need a second goalkeeper behind Gagamaru for the World Cup, ranked at 19th. I'm predicting our GOAT Raichi Jingo to take this spot. From a narrative view, his feats on Snuffy alone should guarantee him making the top 23, and apart from that, he was pretty good in the PXG game, keeping up with Kaiser, Isagi, and Hiyori, even bodying the fraud Tokimitsu in the process. I'm predicting a 30 million yen bid for him here. Now for rank 18, it's going to be a fan favorite, none other Corona Ranze. Overall, I think he had a pretty good run in the NEL, especially in the Manchine game. He's kinda lost some of his relevance ever since Hiyori awakened though. I do think he's gonna be a great option for that right back position in the World Cup. I'm predicting he gets a bid of 36 million yen. At 17th place, I'm predicting him to be Gagamaru-jin with a total bid of 38 million yen. Him making the cut isn't really a question at this point, as Bluelock will definitely be needing a proper goalkeeper going into this World Cup. Now talking about his actual performances, I think he's been overall decent, and I'm certain that save against Destroyer Rin should be enough to bump his bid to 38 million yen. At number 16, it will be the Watchtower, Ikuniko, with a bid of 40 million yen, and slightly outranking him, it'll be his teammate Jubi Ryu with his bid being 42 million. They both played all their games for Ubers, so they don't really have any more opportunities to up their bids. Number 14 will go to Otoya. Going into this Manchine game, I'm predicting he gets an assist, or at the very least he should have a decent game that should land him with a bid of 50 million. Rank 13 is gonna end up being Karasu Tabido from PXG. After unlocking Metavision, he's been pretty good, keeping up with Isagi and Kaiser, and even stopping Isagi's shot, while also stealing the ball from Ness and overtaking control of PXG's midfield. His current feats should be able to take his bid from 35 to 55 million. Going into the World Cup, he'll play a crucial role in that midfield beside Saitoshi. Now for number 12, I'm for sure going with the one-on-one Emperor, Yukimiya Kenyu, tied with Karasu with a bid of 55 million. I agree he hasn't done all that much since getting subbed on. However, I think the dribbling feats he pulled off should get him the spot. Rank 11 will undoubtedly be Oliver Aiku, easily the best defender in Bluelock, and he'll definitely be a regular starter for the coming World Cup. As for his bid, it'll stay at 60 mil. He plays for Ubers, so no more games for him. Now going into the top 10, I have Hiyori at this spot. Now obviously if we're talking based on ability, Hiyori is easily in the top 5 in Bluelock, but realistically speaking I don't see him getting a bid that propels him above this level. With the masterclass performances he's put up, I say he gets a bid of 63 million yen. He'll definitely be an excellent playmaking option behind Saitoshi in the Under-20s team. I'm curious to see how they link up together. Ranked at number 9, I'm putting my money on Shikiri Hyoma. He's easily been Manchine's best player. However, I think the goal he scored will be the only thing he does this game. I think he'll have a decent game though. One good enough to land him a 65 million yen bid. Directly above Chikiri Kunigami, he got an assist and was able to shut down Shido for multiple chapters. Although I thought he would score the final goal, he did end up contributing to the build-up for the goal. With that, he should get a 70 million yen bid. This should also set the stage for his rivalry with Chikiri. At the 7th spot, I'm speculating it's going to be the chameleon, Mikaguryo. To be completely honest, Ryo has been putting up Mickey Mouse performances ever since his game against Isagi. But hear this, my theory is that he'll abandon Nagi in this last game, getting a total of 3 assists. games, he'll get a 88 million yen bid, which is basically the same with what Nagi got in the first game. Now for the top 6. It will be our first 100 mil player, Bachira with a bid of exactly 100 million yen. I'm predicting he scores a brace against Manshine, and he'll probably have an awakening in the process. Unfortunately, he will be ending the NEL without winning a single game for his team. Now let's get into the long-awaited top 5. Obviously, I know I'm about to piss most of you off with this pick, but regardless, I'm going with Nishioka, also known as Omari's Messi, to get the 5th spot. First off, Nagi has failed to progress in the Neo-Egoist League for 2 reasons. 1. His lack of ego and true motivation, and 2. Because he disregarded the teachings of Chris Prince concerning creativity. For this last game, I'm speculating that Prince will push his efforts and ideologies into Nishioka. He'll probably help him fully recover from his injury and build a body that can help him actualize his style of play, and that'll help him show why he's called the Messi of Aomori in the first place. I'm predicting he scores 2 goals, scoring the winning goal in the process. I'm predicting he gets a bid of 120 million, and that's mainly due to the similarities of his plays to that of Lionel Messi, coming in at 4th place. With a bid of 140 million, we got Shido Ryusei. To be honest, I expected a lot more from Shido in this game. He basically scored the first goal and disappeared. Well, it's kinda the author's fault for pushing this 2-on the narrative when it was gonna be a 2-on-1. Overall, he had a decent game. His goal should be able to land him with a 140 million yen bid. At the number 3, it's the king of Ubers, Baro Shui. Baro has 5 confirmed goals and probably 7 in his 3 games for Ubers. With his games being completed, his bid will stay at a 150 million yen. Now for the highly anticipated top 2. We've essentially gotten the rankings here, with Asagi and Rin being tied at first, with their bids both buying at 240 million yen each. Do you think Asagi should have been undisputed at number 1? Or do you agree with how the rankings played out? Share your thoughts in the comments.